We have an exciting lineup lined up for you this afternoon. We're starting with a subject. I don't know who this subject is not close to. I can't think of a person for whom this subject will not be close to their heart. It's about Tirumala Tirupati. You would have either visited there once, you would have gone there many times, or definitely your heart will want to go there. If you haven't gone there, I'm sure it will be very high on your bucket list to go to Tirupati, because it's that kind of a divine place and temple that all of us want to visit. So we are first going to talk about Tirumala, followed by a small video and talk about our Gurukulam. As you're aware, both Swamiji Brahmavidananda and Swamini have been tirelessly putting their efforts into putting together a Gurukulam just outside Mumbai for spreading the knowledge of the Vedanta. Where is the Gurukulam? What state of readiness it is, etc. We will talk about it very briefly and how you can help. That will be done in the immediately after this. And the last, but definitely not the least, on the agenda is a talk by Swami Shuddhabodhananda, one of the eminent teachers of Vedanta in Mumbai, who is going to talk about You Are Ananda. But before that, let's come back. Let me just quickly take you through. I'm sure there's no need to repeat it. If you're at home and the comfort of your home, don't be too comfortable. Be in a right position to listen to some wonderful knowledge. Please switch off your phones or put them on silent. And if you have a question during the session, there is a Q&A box next to the participants. There is a Q&A box. Click on the Q&A box and type your question and press enter. The question will reach us and we will ask the question to the speaker. So there's a Q&A box next. That's how you ask the questions. Thank you. Let me first introduce our main speaker for the afternoon session, Dr. Vangala Venkat. Dr. Vangala Venkat is a scientist turned philosopher and is on the spiritual path. A PhD from IIT Madras and a postdoctorate from Oxford. He is a Sanskrit scholar and a polyglot. He speaks 7 languages, including Spanish and Latin. Dr. Vangala has read most of the Upanishads and is an authority on many temples across the country. A treasure house of knowledge when he is not meditating in some forest, somewhere in the country. He is visiting one of the Vaishnavite Divya Kshetrams. He has visited all the Vaishnavite Divya Kshetrams on this earth. Many times over, he says. One thing I found out about him, which was a very interesting fact, is that he loves driving. He drives his own car and usually visits all these people in his own vehicle. In fact, he claims that, and this is something fantastic, that he has driven from Trivandrum to Badrinath. I find it difficult to drive from Chembur to VT in Bombay. And he has the patience to drive from Trivandrum to Badrinath, which I think is amazing. It shows what a balanced person we are going to be talking to. And in conversation with him is a dear friend of mine. And I must tell you a small story as to how this session came about. Raghuvir Srinivasan is going to be talking to him. He's the editor of Business Line, one of the most respected business newspapers in the country. Erstwhile, he was the business editor of the Hindu before he took over as the editor. He's a dear friend. So I reached out to him because he has edited a book on Tirumala, Raghuvir. So I reached out to him saying, Raghu, you edited this lovely coffee table book on Tirumala with such lovely pictures and articles and stories, etc. Why don't you come and talk to people at the Vedic Wisdom Festival about Tirumala? Raghuvir, without batting an eyelid, just turned around and says, Suresh, I'll be happy to, but I'll do one better. I will truly introduce you to a person who is far more qualified than me to talk about Tirumala. And he is the one who suggested Dr. Vangala's name. So Raghu, thank you so much for making that suggestion. And also thank you for agreeing to host this session. Friends, Dr. Vangala and Raghuvir Srinivasan in conversation. Welcome.
Thank you, Suresh, for this warm welcome and for your good words about Dr. Venkat Vangala and me. It'll be a pleasure and a very knowledgeable next 45 minutes for all of us as Venkat Swami takes us through what he knows about Tirumala. In his own words, 45 minutes is not enough. You can speak for hours about Tirumala, but we will try to do justice within the available time. And I'm sure there'll be opportunity for the audience to raise questions at the end. For 10 minutes, we will set aside for that. So I have structured this session in a way that it'll be useful for people who know about Tirumala and people who don't know about Tirumala as well. I mean, as you said, there may not be too many people who will not know about Tirumala, but then I have been a regular visitor to the temple for years now. And despite that, every time I go there, I discover something new, a new facet to Lord Venkateshwara or to the temple itself. So there is a lot to know about it, and we will try to do justice as much as we can. Venkat Swami, Adiyan Vanakkam, thank you so much for coming and this conversation. And let me start with a question on the subject itself. We all know that Tirumala, Srirangam is known as the Bhuloga Vaikuntam. Why is Tirumala known as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam? Can you enlighten us all on that?
Yes. Venkatadri samam sthanam brahmande nasti kincana Venkatesh samodevo nabhuto nabhishti. Good afternoon to the gentlemen. Tirumala is a sacred place and it is known as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam. It's because of the fact that two reasons are there such that Tirumala can be designated as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam. First one is, in the starting days of Kaliyuga, Maharshis Tirumala in ancient days of Kaliyuga, that is very starting days of Kaliyuga, Maharshis were performing some yajna, a ritual in place of God. They are offering rituals to whom they must say that he is so balanced or he is so affectionate to us. Like that they are performing the homa. Bhrigu was taking care of that homa. And Saint Narada came to the homa one day and he asked a question to the rishis. Keeping whom in mind you are performing this homa? Everybody got started at that point. Then Bhrigu was asked the question, who is going to look after us in any respect? He is the Adhikari of the homa. That is, he is going to receive all the rituals done by us. In that respect, Bhrigu was entitled to just three murtis, that is Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. Bhrigu went on. Brahma and Shiva, due to various reasons, they denied in respecting Bhrigu. He went to Vaikuntha. Lord Vishnu was on the serpent. At his lotus feet, Lakshmi Devi is there. Bhrigu was not recognized well there also. Bhrigu went and he hit the heart place of Lord Vishnu. Immediately, Lakshmi grew angry.
Swami, can you speak a little louder, please?
Yes. Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Yes.
Yeah.
Stating that it is my place. Why the hell this boy is coming and hitting on the. Immediately Lord Vishnu said that he is our boy. Don't worry. We have to respect him. He did not do that so that he grew angry and he hit the place. But Sri Mahalakshmi said that it is my place and I am not going to reside at that place because it was made apavitra. That is, it has lost its morality. So Mahalakshmi granted it. Meanwhile, Lord Vishnu approached Bhrigu. He said, Swami, you are all the way coming here and I am unable to take properly. So please come sit here. Don't grow angry on us. While stating this, he made one thing. Do you know what is that? Bhrigu has one eye in the right leg. With that only, he could go anywhere in the universe. Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu has known about it. So Lord Vishnu has screwed his eye in the leg, and Bhrigu came to know that what mistake he has done. He prostrated at Lord Vishnu, stating that Swami, you are the most eligible man for this ritual what we are performing, and please save us. He prostrated at Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu, after this issue, came down. He came to Bhuloka in search of goddess Lakshmi. This is like this. And he came to the place where he is now. And actually, this hill is known by four places in four yugas. In Kruta Yuga, it is known as Vrishabhachala. In Treta Yuga, it is known as Anjanachala. In Dwapara Yuga, it is known as Swechachala. And in Kali Yuga, it is known as Venkatachala. In Kruta Yuga, Vrishabha is the name of Asura Dede. He made lot of worship of Lord Vishnu and he was at the end permitted to stay in the form of a mountain as we see today. In Treta Yuga, Anjana was reciting at Kapila Tirtham, what we see today, and she was doing tapas there in want, in want of a son. So she got a son there known as Hanuma. Later he is known as Anjaneya. Therefore, it is known as Anjanadri and Treta Yuga. In Dwapara Yuga, this Sesha was denied by Vayudeva, and there is a big fight between these two. And alas, Sesha recognizes the capacity of Vayudeva, and therefore he was blessed by Lord Vishnu to stay there. And the hill is known as Seshachala. And in Kalida, one boy was there. He learned all the things. He went in the wrong way and he attained moksha after taking bath in Kapilatitam. Therefore, it is known as Venkatachala in Kaliyuga. Ven Kalangal. That is Venkatati. Ven means sins. Katati means that must be buried completely. Therefore, this is known as Venkatachalam. On this Venkatachalam, Lord Vishnu came in search of Mahalakshmi and he stayed here in Kaliyuga. Therefore, this hill, sacred hill, is known as Venkatachalam Kaliyuga Vaikuntam. Because in Vaikuntam, there is nobody else other than Vishnu and Lakshmi. They came over here means the Kaliyugam is made empty. Therefore, this is known as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam. And after that, so many issues were there. Lakshmi came to Narayana and she is residing at the heart of Narayana. And the same Lakshmi is in the name of Alarmel Mangai at the down.
Okay.
Therefore, this is known as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam because the Adi purushas, that is Sriman Narayana and Lakshmi, reside there. Therefore, this is known as Kaliyuga Vaikuntam.
Okay. So what are the protocols that devotees who are going to Tirumala for darshan of Lord Venkateshwara? There are set protocols. What are these that they have to follow?
Yes. First of all, they are going to Tirumala darshan. They must prostrate at Tiruchanur, that is Alarmel Mangai, Padmavati. She is now known as Padmavati, but actual Padmavati has only one place. She is residing at the right part of heart. Adi Lakshmi is residing as Alarmel Mangai and she is in Tiruchanur right now. So people must go to Tiruchanur. That is the first priority they must go. After that, in fact, after coming to Tirupati, they must leave their chappals. They should not wear any chappals or shoes or socks, anything before going to the hill. And now they can climb the hill. There they must see Lord Varaha before going to Lord Venkatachala because Varaha Darsanat Purvam Srinivasam Namennacha. That is, Lord Srinivasa has taken 100 square yards of land from Varahamurti. That is only the place of Srinivasa. All the remaining hill is that belongs to Adivaraha only. So now what happened? Slowly it has grown up and all the place goes to Srinivasa what it is today. But it is not correct. It is the place owned by Varaha. Therefore,
So Lord Srinivasa is therefore a tenant on Tirumala, and the landlord is Lord Varaha Swami.
yes.
And where is the Lord Varaha Swami temple on Tirumala, Swami?
Near Rajagopuram, Tirumala, right side there is Pushkarini. Pushkarini's right side there is Varaha temple. That Varaha temple, people has to go there and prostrate him, and then only they can go to Janmaplat Srinivasa because that is the process liked by Srinivasa.
Okay. And is it correct that the Naivedyam offerings to the Lord Srinivasa, is only after it is made to Lord Varaha Swami?
Yes. They are also like that. The rituals, whatever rituals are going to be held at Anandalaya, that is the place of Srinivasa. Before that, it must be practiced as Varaha Perumal and then only Srinivasa will take.
Yeah. So after darshan of Lord Varaha Swami, you can go for the darshan of Lord Srinivasa.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So these are the only protocols that need to be followed.
Yes,
Is it wrong if people go to Tirumala first and then come to Tiruchanur?
yes, definitely. Because Mahalakshmi is the first person to be salvated and she is down itself. She is at Tirchanur. And after going there, of course, nowadays it is there, not that much time they are permitting to watch, see Lord Srinivasa. But we can watch, we have to watch Mahalakshmi on his Vakshasthala. After that only, Srinivasa must be completely taken and into consideration. Therefore, they must first go to Tirchanur and then only they can go to the.
So there is this also interesting facet about Tiruchanur, Alarmel Mangatayar. She is the only Tayar apparently who has an Utsavam in her own right. And she is the only Tayar who comes out of the temple for the Utsavam. In no other place does Tayar come out of the temple. Is that right?
Yes, Swami. It is in Anantadvan's Sannidhi and it is in front of the Tirumala Rajagopuram that is there in that is known as Nitya Kalyana Mandapam. Into that place, Goddess Lakshmi comes and we have to extend our greetings, genuflections there only.
Okay. And who are the, apparently Tirumala has more than one Acharya Purusha. Who are these Acharya Purushas and how many of them are there actually?
Actually, first Katajiyangar, that is Periyajiyangar, is the first man to do any ritual on Tirumala.
So this
After
Jiyangar was actually appointed by Sri Ramanuja himself.
yes, yes, I'll tell you. Next, Chillajiyangar. Next, Pradhan Archakar. Next, Anantadvani. Next, another Pradhan Archakar. Second one. These five are the Acharya Purushas in Tirumala. Actually, they were appointed by Bhagavad Ramanuja. There is a story behind this. Bhagavad Ramanuja was telling uh, Tiruvaimudi Pasturam to his disciples. While doing so, there is a Pasturam about Venkatacharya, that is Tirumala. He was in thoughts. Then his disciples asked him, Swami, what happened? No, it is Tirumala Hills. Nowadays, nobody is going to take care of Tirumala. And what would happen to Tirumala Srinivasa after our generation? He was thinking like that. That is my that that came into my thoughts, he said. And he asked his disciples, who will go there and take the responsibility? Nobody was ready to go there. That time, Anantadvan stood and Swami, you say something new, I will abide of it and I will do that, he said. And he came to Tirumala. That is the place of Anantadvan on Tirumala. So he must be taken, considered as first Acharya in Tirumala. After that only they have established GR Matam everything was done. But for the first time, Anantarvan was appointed by Bhagavad Ramantra.
Swami, you have told me that you have meditated in the forest in Tirumala, in most places inside the hills, on top of the hills. So, and you also told me that there are about 108 Tirthams inside these forests.
Yes,
Can you explain a little bit about that?
yes. Mayavi Paramanandam Yatva Vaikuntam Swami Pushkarini Tire Ramaya Samodake. That is the happiness of Lord Venkateswara to stay in Tirumala. He came to that place and he was roaming on the sides of Tirumala. All the Tirthams there, and he was enjoying with goddess love. Here, one thing was seen. Actually, Seshachalam is none other than Venkatachalam. It is designated by 7 names. Anyhow, this Seshachalam is about 240 miles long and 23.5 miles width and 3,270 feet high.
You mean the entire Tirumala hill range, the Seshachalam hill range?
Yes. In this range, Tirumala is at the top. One say Ahobilam is at the top, and in one way Tirumala is at the top. Ahobilam is the lotus feet of Lord. Srisalem is the navel part, and Tirumala is the heart or the head part. Like that, people use it to say. And here, actually, Punya Tirthams means there are 4 types of Punya Tirthams generally. Dharmarata Tirtham, Jnanaprada Tirtham, Bhakti Vairagya Tirtham, Mukti Prada Tirtham. 4 Punya Tirthams are there. Among them, Dharmarata Tirtham means which is exactly meant for Dharma. That is, then we have the water of the Tirtham. We can perform only Dharma. Like that, 1008 Tirthams are there in Tirumala. 1008. They must be separately dealt because Dharmada Tirthams are so many in number. And number 12 is Jnana Tirtham. Means once we have taken the water from the Tirtham, we will attain Jnanam. That implies we will realize what is bad, what is good, and we will do accordingly. There are so many Jnana Pratirthams. 108 Tirthams are there. Manu Tirtham, Indra Tirtham, Vasu Tirtham, Rudra Tirtham, 11 types of Aditya Tirthas, 12 types of Aditya Tirthas, 11 types of Rudra Tirthas, and Ashwini Tirtham, Shukra Tirtham, Jnana Tirtham, Bhargava Tirtham, like that Astabhairava Tirtham, Asti Tirtham, Anjanaya Tirtham, Suddhodaka Tirtham, like that 108 Tirthas are there. They are meant for Jnana. Bhakti Vairagya Tirthams. They are actually, in spite of this 108 Jnana Tirthas, these Bhakti Vairagya Tirthas have great place because saints, all saints used to visit these tirthas. Chakratirtham, Vajratirtham, Vishwaksena Tirtham, Panchayata Tirtham, Kashyapa Tirtham, Manmata Tirtham, Halayita Tirtham, Vishwamitra Tirtham, Durdarshana Tirtham. Like that, so many 66 plus 2, 68 tirthas are there. They are known as Jnana Vairagya Tirthas. And another one is Mukti Prada Tirthas, which will give salvation. They are Swami Pushkarini Tirtham, Kumaradhara Tirtham, Tumbura Tirtham, Ramakrishna Tirtham, Akasalinga Tirtham, Papaminasana Tirtham, Pandava Tirtham. Pandava Tirtham means we nowadays we go Garbhan Dam, no? That one.
So if we go as an ordinary pilgrim, which are the tirthams that are visible to us, which we can go to, apart from the Swami Pushkarini itself?
Swami Pushkarini Tirtham, Kumaradhara Tirtham, Tumbura Tirtham, Akasalinga, Gogarbham, that is Pandava Tirtham, and Chakra Tirtham.
So these are accessible to ordinary people.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to go into the forest to see all these.
Yes, yes, Swami.
So my last question to you, Swami, you have meditated a lot on the Tirumala hills over the years. What are some of the unknown facets of Tirumala which is not there available in the public realm?
Actually, some of them are, what to say, I can't express here, of course, but some of them, so many saints are there in Tirumala. They are living from thousands of years together. And another fact is, if we go to Tirumala, any place in the forest, nowadays these tigers came, they have assassinated people like that. So
Leopards
are coming. But in actual practice, tigers, snakes, cobras,
we can't hear you, Swami.
tigers, snakes, and any animal in Tirumala is nothing but Alvar or Acharya or any saint.
Oh.
They will not harm you. Because Kulasekarapadi, that is, Padivai Kidandi, Un Paval Vai Kandene, Kulasekaralvar will say, I want to take rest on you exactly in front of you. I don't want Vaikuntam. Because if I go to Vaikuntam, there ends the matter. But in Tirumala, just in front of you, I have to sit. That's why the first step is known as Kulasekarapadi.
That is the step beyond which nobody can go except the Archakas and the Acharya.
Yes, 5 people will go. Nobody entitled to go there.
That's the last step which we see before the Lord while going for us.
Yes. Yeah. That is Kulasekarapadi. Nammalvar will say, rather I can be there in the form of a small plant in Tirumala. That is, entire Tirumala, what I have observed is, I have seen snakes, bears, tiger, just over 40 feet, 50 feet distance. But astonishingly, I am not a fighter, of course. They did not do anything. That much, what to say, that much interest, not interest, actually, that much bhakti we have to keep on Lord Srinivasa. Then we can go anywhere in Tirumala, any corner in Tirumala. Nothing will happen.
Okay. What are the most auspicious days to visit Tirumala for an ordinary devotee?
Actually, Swami, in auspicious days, Tirumala will be highly populated.
There's another feedback that your voice is not audible, Swami.
Yes, now it is audible.
Can you raise your voice a little bit while speaking?
Yes, yes, yes. In auspicious days, that is starting with Ugadi. Ugadi is very very auspicious day. That is Yuga Adi. After that 9 days, that is up to Sri Ramanavami. After that, um,
Vaikunta Ekadasi.
no, Ramanja Tirunakshatra. Next, Nammalvar Tirunakshatra. Next, Sweet Janmashtami. And what is that? Navaratri Utsavangal. In that one, Ashvaja Masa Brahmosvas are there. Next, Kartika Masa Brahmosvas are there. Next, 1 month, Dhanurmasam is there. They are very, very important in Dhanurmasam. Vaikunta Ekadasi will come. Bhishma Ekadasi. Like this, important rituals are there in Tirumala. And I would like to tell you here, Nitya Kalyanam. Tirumala is meant for Nitya Kalyanam. And we have more than 260 days in year.
And quickly, if you can tell us about the Panchaberas inside the Garbhagriha of the temple. There are 5 idols of Lord Venkateshwara.
Yes. Actually, Lord Srinivasa is equipped with Shad Ashtaberas. Among them, now only Panchaberas are seen. That is first Mula Virat Beram. Beram means Murti, which we can see. Second one is left side to Srinivasa, that is right side to us. A small silver Srinivasa will be there. And Malayappa Swami, who will come out. And fourth one is who will take the ritual of sleeping. And finally, who will take the ritual of that Ulangi Seva, like that. Some Sevas are there. For them, only one Murti will be there. But on the whole, Malayappa will be coming so many times out of the Garbhagriha to look after us.
So the idol which we see during the Brahmotsavas coming on Vahanas is Malayappa Swami.
Yes.
There is also Ugra Srinivasa inside, who comes out only once a year.
Yes, Swami.
What is it about Ugra Srinivasa, and why does he come out only once a year?
Ugra Srinivasa will be coming to Narasimha's Sannidhi. That is what happens in 1 year. We are doing so many rituals now. To look after the rituals, he comes out only once a year.
And that is when, Swami?
That is.
He comes out on Kaisika Ekadasi, right?
Kaisika Ekadasi, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Kaisika.
So finally, before we end, we have another 3 minutes to go. Before we end, you told me once about a sloka that is embedded inside the Garbhagriha, which nobody can see. What is that sloka? Can you say it a little louder, Swami? Can you say it a little louder?
Srivatsavachasam Srisam Srilolam Srikaragraham Srimantam Srinidhim Sridhyam Srinivasam Namamyam. 8 Sris will come in this, and it is said that Lord Brahma has written this sloka inside the Garbhagriha, that is left hand side towards as we see, and right hand side of Lord Srinivasa. This slokam is there on the embedded on the wall.
And what is the meaning?
Srivatsa Vakshasam. That is, Vakshastalam means this part. In that Srivatsam, that is the bowl. In the form of that Sri is there. Srisam. That Sri is accompanied by Srinivasa. Sri Lolam. With her, he will be enjoying. Sri Karam Griham. Because of her only, he will look after us. She is the middle part of, that is, she is bridging element to Jivatma and Paramatma. Srimantam, he is the supreme of all. Srinidhim, Sridhyam. Srinidhim, he gives everything who comes and prospects. Mamekam Saranam Vraja. Like that, he has Abhaya Astam. That is, who will come in front of him, he can just pass this samsara, that is this life, as if he is walking through a legroom of water. That's it. Sridhyam. He gives what not, everything he gives. Srinivasam Bhajamyam. Like that, that's why he is known as Srinivasa. I prostrate in presence of him. That is the meaning of the sloka.
Okay. So thank you. So before we end, one more time, if you could. Okay, there is a question that is coming. Is there any significance to the Tirupati Laddu Prasadam?
Swami, Laddu Prasadam is a recent approach. And 150 years back only. Before that, there was no Laddu Prasadam in Tirumala.
Okay.
So nowadays, we can take like this. In spite of going Tirumala, somebody were giving Laddu Prasadam means as if Balaji came to our house. Like that we can think. But among olden days, there was no Laddu Prasadam.
So what is the real prasadam from Tirumala then?
Tulasi.
Tulasi. Okay.
Yes. That's it.
Tulasi from the feet of Lord Venkateshwara.
Yes. That they will give him Tirtham, no? They will give him Tirtham. Perumal Tirtham too.
Yeah.
Tulasi we can have.
That is the one. So one more question. There is a doubt that bhaktas of Narasimha Swami are not supposed to visit Tirumala. Is that correct?
No. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam stareva bhajamyam. Who then there they will prostrate at whatever murti may be. Ultimately they are coming to me. This was the statement given by Lord Krishna. So Narasimha Bhaktas can definitely go to Tirumala. Not only Narasimha Bhaktas, all Devatas, their Bhaktas can go to Tirumala because in the night we will close the doors and we come out every day. Vishkarupa Seva in early morning, one Seva is there. What is that Seva, you know? In the night, before 3 o'clock, Brahma, Rudra, Indra, and Devatas, they will come to Tirumala and they will do all the offerings to Lord Venkateshwara and they will go to their places. Immediately after that, Sannidhi Golla will go after him we will go on chant. We will go on the genuflected path, Venkateswara. So everybody must go to Tirumala. No question about it.
So there's another one. Is there a separate Sannadhi for Ugra Srinivasa on Tirumala?
No Swami. Some Srinivasa Murti is there near Chakratirtham. That is, in Kaliyuga, Swami said to Arjuna, when so many people are coming to me, so that you cannot visit me for about 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 1 week, 10 days, then you can come to me near Chakratirtham, there I will be there. And this Srinivasa and the Srinivasa is same, but of course, that Srinivasa is in Sudarsana, and besides him, Lord Lakshminasma will be there.
Okay. There is another question. Is B.B. Namchari wife of Venkateswara? Is it true or concocted version? What are the reasons behind the story?
This is not a story, Swami. It is actually what we say it as Puranam. Pura api navam Puranam. It was happened and it is told now like that. It is really happened and she belongs to the Muslim kings in Delhi.
Okay. So, Swami, I think we have run past our time. So, before we end, we'd like to hear the sloka once more in a loud voice, the one which nobody has heard.
Srivatsavachasam Srisam Srilolam Srikaragraham Srimantam Srinidhim Sridhyam Srinivasam Namamyaham.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this. Thank you. And it was very enlightening to hear you.
Thank you, Swami.
Dasan.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vangala Venkat. Really interesting stories on Tirupati, Tirumala. It did break some of the myths that we had. Raghu, thank you so much for prompting and asking the right questions and making sure that he came to the speaker regularly. There was a little bit of audio problem, Dr. Venkat, but the moment you got near the speaker, it became better. So thank you so much for all these interesting insights into Tirumala. Next time we go to Tirumala, or any of us go to Tirumala, I think we'll see it completely differently. We will try and peek to see if we can see those inscriptions. We're going to try and see if we can see the 5 vigrahams and stuff like that for sure. Although there is no time, like you write.
Yes, now there is no time, but actually to speak about Tirumala means it goes on.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks, Raghu, for making such a relevant suggestion and putting such a relevant person up for the conversation. Thanks, Raghu. And
thank you, Suresh.
Very well conducted, Raghu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you.
Thank you.